हरे कृष्ण। ओम ज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मीलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। Hare Krishna. Some very important points on time. It is said that time is the greatest teacher. It teaches. But unfortunately, the last lesson time gives is it kills. The students are killed by the time. It is a teacher, but it also kills. This is what is time. And there are many things to be understood because this chapter we have seen just a small revision of what we have seen, how the time acts. We have seen that Kala, which ends everything, creates, maintains destruction, and everything is under control of. Lord is controlling this world with the help of time, and that is his glance. Then we have seen what is the main phenomena that happens once the Lord glances on Pradhana. It destabilizes all the three modes. They are in equilibrium, the stability is lost. And that is actually what is causing all the changes. The Kala makes the three modes very active. And the change in these modes is actually what is happening. Now, the modes that are acting, every moment they are acting. So every time they are changing. It's all change of modes only. Now we are in this. After 2 years, will not be the same. The modes have changed us, changed our body, changed everything, changed our mind. And then we saw change means change of modes only. Every moment it is saturated with unique combination of three modes. Now also, by the time we started class and now within this few seconds, there is a change in modes. Every action around us is actually in different modes acting based on time. It affects our modes and how it affects based on our receptivity also. How the time is affecting on based on and three factors that are for any action. First is desire, then loss of metal nature, the metal nature, and third thing is the kala. So we took an example. So I have a desire to write a book. I have all the ability, skills, and all. But unless the time factor comes, I'll not be able to do it. And in this material world, Shambhu is Kala. Kala factor is the Shambhu. And Lord glances on it. Milk and curd, both are of same products, but they have opposite qualities. Same thing. In the Lord in the spiritual world is unlimited. But it comes as a time factor in this material world, it makes things limited in this world. There love is unlimited. In the material world, love is limited. And Lord Shiva is ruling this material world in that way. He is ruling in the form of time. He is controlling everything. Kshiram dada iti vikara visesha yoga sanjayate nahi tata patagasti hetu yashambhutam apitata sampaiti karyat govindamadi purusha. So he is controlling. So he is in touch with Durga Devi. That's why there is contamination. Then we saw how that here metal manifestation, ultimate particle which is indestructible. So we saw that it from gross comes subtle. So something the minutest should be the subtlest, and then the combination of the subtle should become gross. Then the subtlest thing will be the subtle comes gross. From space comes a ether, air, fire, water, depth. So when it comes to the particle of earth, then only there is a particle. Till that time, there is no particle. It's all. Then we discussed also. When you take the any nucleus is the earth part. The 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 holding part, the binding energy. Like we have gum, or we have something which is sticking. That is the liquid part, and the energy that is holding is the fire part. So as soon as you break the nucleus, there is an explosion, nuclear explosion. And there is a movement within the nucleus that is because of air, and the space which in it is actually the ether. This is how we understand these 5 elements according to the Shastra. And now the solid part is this, that is what is the gross part. And then further explain how. Now, explanation of time is given in terms of space. Why? Because one can estimate time by measuring the movement of atomic combination of bodies. Time is the potency of Almighty Personality of God, He, who controls all physical movement, although it is not visible in physical world. And it's a potency of Almighty who controls all physical movements. This is, He is only making and controlling everything. All the physical, no, whatever is happening around. And time and space are two correlative terms. Why it is correlative? Because to measure time, what are we using? We are using the space that is occupied by one atomic particle. That means the movement of sun, this time, how much time the sun takes to cross this much area, the atom size. So this time, the time it crosses to cross this from this point to this point, that is actually what we are calculating. So point A to point B. So the time taking from here to here, that is actually what we are counting as. That is actually what we are counting as the movement of sun from this part to this part. So sun is moving from this point to this point, and this is the size of a very minutest particle, which is that is all. So that's why if you see, it is connected to space. This is space now because it is the occupying of the space. So space and the travel time is what is time, like that. And then there's a division of gross time is calculated. One atom takes one double. Now, as soon as you connect space with time, then all the time can be defined in terms of space. Now, one molecule takes this much place. Now you put 3. So then you can tell, okay, this is the time. So both you are telling. If you are telling space means you are telling time also. What is the time? The time for the sun to take from this place to. So if I say this is 1 unit of space means 1 unit of time. So 3 unit of space means 3 unit of time. That means it is the time taken for the sun to move from A to B, like that. So that's why it is connected. So division of gross time is calculated. One atom makes one double atom. 3 double atoms make one hexagon, and hexatom is visible in the sunshine which enters through the holes of a window screen. One can clearly see that the hexatom goes upwards towards the sky. Then we have seen the time duration needed for the ingredients of 3 transneurus is called turu. And 100 turus makes one vidha. 3 vidhas make one lava. So basically it's a space and time, both are calculated like that. Now here the proposal, it is calculated that if a second is divided into 1687.5 parts, each part is the duration of truti, which is the time occupied by the ingredients of 18 atomic particles. Such combination of atoms into different bodies create the calculation of material time. The sum is a central point for calculating all different durations. Now here, some things about time I wanted to share. Now what exactly this time is, because it cannot be understood. We cannot smell time, we cannot taste time, we cannot see time. Now how to understand time? We understand time by the effects that time creates. That is the method that is used. We can, this is what Maitreya is linked to Vidura. We can Sign of time is what it does, the activities the time is doing. That's how we are determined. It's a form of law. First question is how to understand time. So how we understand time? By the effects. This is the first thing. And now it's a form of time which determines everything in this world. Lord is properly controlling everything with the help of. And now it is called Guna Kshobaka. Guna Kshobaka is that brings the gunas out of balance. It forces that leads of various transformations and interactions of gunas. Now, if you look at our around, the three modes are only causing everything. It's all three modes. We are all made of three modes, actions, three modes. Anything you take, if you are nicely explained Bhagavad, everything is in three modes only. And that means who is controlling these three modes? These three modes are controlled by time. In that way, we understand the time is controlling and doing everything. It's a very simple science to understand, at least to understand. The logic is like now. What is the nature of time is that it constantly changes the relationships of gunas. It is changing the relationship between the gunas. That is also very important. Changing the relationships of gunas. This is how we are. Astrologers, they study the extent and effects of time, explain that there is certain symbolic idea of symbolic formulas by which one can understand that gunas possess at that particular time, various planets of in different constellations. All these things are actually big clocks. Basically, in our clock, no, we have only three. In our clock, we have only three fingers and one small. So we have a big one, a small one, and one second one. But this is our clock, and but universal clock, no, it has 7 planets which go in one direction and 2 planets in a different way. So this is actually the universal clock, the solar system which God has shown for us. And this is a big clock, and they are actually showing the effect. They appear at different moments. So on these planets, you can understand what is the time that is happening. If Saturn is very strong, see this clock, na, this is based on what? This is based on relationships of gunas. So that means what happens? By seeing what relationships gunas are, we can tell what is the effect of time at this particular moment. So now Saturn is very strong. Saturn is strong means what is the time? Tamoguna. This is what. Now presently Kali Yuga means Saturn is very strong. If anybody's life Saturn is very strong, then we say this fellow is losing everything. Sade Sati, people are very afraid of Saturn because it is Tamoguna. Like that. And there is people can calculate the whole earth, state of earth. They will tell, okay, what will be the condition of the whole earth at this moment. On what basis they are doing? They are calculating based on the relationship of gunas. So these planets, now they are indicating of the relationships of gunas. It's an indication. It's an indication of what time is going on. When astrologer comes, he says, Oh, it's a good time for you, bad time for you. Bad time is what? The time is having that influence. It is showing through the gunas. The gunas which are going to come enter into your life now. They say that this graha entered your life. Graha entered basically is the gunas are coming and they are affecting us. That is how we understand. Now, now what happens is because we are so much enamored with Maya, we don't understand the effect. Every time, there is enormous information, enormous potential, absolutely incredible ability to influence us. Because we will not notice, because we are so much blinded by our perceptions. But people who have a sharp perception of are very with their yogic techniques, they have developed this subtle energy. They can pursue this subtle energy of time, influence of time on their consciousness. They can immediately see, yes, this is what is happening to me. For normal people, it's quite difficult because they can see the strange mystical effects of time on them, and they also can know when they are dying. That's why some of the people, they know this is my time is coming. They're able to perceive the effect. That's why they're able to tell. They predict their own death. They say, now this is the time I'm going to live. And I have seen also quite a few people. They are already prepared. They say, okay, now my time has come and live. They are able to see. We are all puppets pulled by the strings in the hands of time. This is this is actually Supreme Lord. Kalosmi Lokakshaya Krito. Now, also we understand that we just the time is a good teacher, but it kills uh, somebody who is subtle nature of time. So this is yogi skill. Understood. And then we will get this time is a teacher, but unfortunately kills the students. Maybe this is the last lesson time on to teach. Why this is happening? By understanding this, what is the lesson time on to teach? Time on to teach that we should transcend the time. That is the lesson. What is the final lesson? Final lesson is transcend the time. That is the final lesson we did. And there are different, like all these descriptions of creation and all these things are helping us. And another very important thing is there are many other points which can be discussed, but one thing is that how time has different times, different effects. That is also very important. This is one simple thing, but it is very nice to understand. Like time, it has a very special phenomena. This psychological phenomena of perception of time, we can call. So, phenomena of very nice phenomena of time. What is this phenomena? The time stretches and it sometimes stretches and sometimes it compresses. This is a very nice phenomenon of time. What is this? We will just, yeah, this one point. Oh, you can do any purpose today. Okay, I'll come to this point. We'll just read 2, 3 per person. Yeah, what time does, it gives us that karma at that particular, it sends the karma. We need to get this karma. Who decides? Time decides. What karma you should get at that time. What happens is, say we are in a sleep, that time in deep sleep state, it happens as a few minutes only. Sometimes hours goes like few seconds. Sometimes 1 minute goes like 1 hour. When this will end, when this will end, when this will end. This is actually the effect. And it is affecting everyone. Like higher planets, it is time actually reduces for them in terms, like our thousands of years is just 1 year for them. Sorry, 1 year. Our thousands of years, hundreds of years is 1 year for them. What is happening there? It is, time is different effect. Here it's big. Like say Revati's father, he takes Revati to Brahmaji to ask whom to give her as her husband. He goes and there was some music concert. Brahma was just 5 minutes, he attended it, and he comes and he asks, okay, why did you come? I want to get my daughter married. He said, Array, 24 cycles of yugas have passed. Now nothing is remaining of what you came. Now better go and get her married to Balram. Now the point is not that uh, there they are sitting and by the time they lift their hand, it's only 1 year for us. Brahma lifting hand is 1 year, few seconds. But it is 1 year only for them. Why? Because the time, like say people who take heavy drugs, their time expands for them. They say they took drugs and went to bathroom, and Pallo is telling that, and he felt that he is staying in the bathroom for 1 year, and he was very much afraid. Oh, maybe my relatives and friends, they will make some police complaint because they are missing me. They didn't see me for 1 year. Even though it's just a few minutes, he's feeling it stretching for them. So this stretch, contrast, and compression and expansion of time is the phenomenon. That's why in higher planet systems, even though they have 100 years, but the time is compressed there. Here it is very big. Like it is said that even Brahma is afraid of death. Now only he is afraid of death. You see, he's afraid of death. He crossed 50, so he's serious about it. That means how many years he'll be afraid of death? Millions of years he's afraid of death. You say, Array, you dying, you just for a few days before your death, you can think about it. For millions of years, why are you afraid of death? No, but for him it is few days only. Say he already crossed 99 years. Now he's afraid of death. Now, how many years are in 1 year? For 1 year of Brahman is for us, it is so many millenniums of time. How much is afraid? Now, Brahma will take breakfast. Now is afternoon times. First day of Brahma only, but it is at 11:40 time. After 20 minutes at 2 o'clock, Brahma takes his lunch. Now that 20 minutes for Brahma is millions of years for us. The time expands for us, for demigods it is contrast. Like that. Anyway, here we will go to the purpose. It is said the duration of time of 3 lava is equal to 1 nimesha. Combination of 3 nimeshas makes 1 kshaya. 5 kshanas. 5 kshanas combined together make 1 kashta. And 15 kashtas make 1 lagu. By calculation, it is found that 1 lagu is equal to 2 minutes. The atomic calculation of time in terms of Vedic wisdom may be converted into present time, which with this understanding. The duration of time of 3 lavas is equal to nimish. So, yeah. 15 lagus make 1 nadika, which is also called danda. 2 dandas make 1 murta, and 6 or 7 dandas make 1/4 of a day or night according to human calculations. The measuring pot of 1 nadika or danda can be prepared with a 6 pala weight 14 ounce pot of copper, in which the hole is bored with a golden probe weighing 4 massas and measuring 4 inches, 4 fingers long, and the pot is placed on water. The time before the water flows in the pot is called one danda. It is advised herein that the whole bore in the copper measuring pot must be made with golden probe, weighing 4 masses and measuring 4 fingers long. This regulates the dimension of the hole. The pot is submerged in water, and the overflowing time is called the. This is another way of measuring the duration of a danda, just as time is measured by sand flowing in an hourglass. It appears that in modern days of Vedic civilization, there was no depth of knowledge in physics, chemistry, or higher mathematics. Measurements are calculated in different ways, as simple as could be done. It is calculated that, that there are 4 praharas, which are also called yamas, in the day and 4 in the night of the human being. Similarly, 14 days and nights are a fourth night, and there are 2 fortnights, white and black in a month. Aggregate of 4 fortnights is 1 month, and this period is one complete day and night for the planets. 2 of such months comprises one season, 6 months comprise one complete movement of sun from north to south to north. 2 solar moments make one day and nights of demigods, and that combination of day and night is one complete calendar year for human beings. The human beings have a duration of life of 100 years. Influential stars, planets, luminaries, and atoms all over the universe are rotated in their respective orbits under the direction of Supreme Lord, represented by eternal Kala. So here this is all time. In Brahma Samhita, it is said that the sun is the eye of the Supreme, and it rotates in its particular orbit of time. Similarly, beginning from the sun down to atoms, all bodies are under the influence of Kala Chakra, the orbit of eternal time, and each of them has a scheduled orbital time of 1 samvatsara. The next look says there are 5 different names for the orbits of sun, moon, planet, stars, and luminaries in the firmament, and they each have their own samvatsara. That means everybody rotates, that is for their samvatsara. The subject matter of physics, chemistry, mathematics, astronomy, time, and space dealt with in the above verses of Srimad Bhagavatam are certainly very interesting to students of the particular subject. But as far as we are concerned, we cannot explain them very thoroughly in terms of technical knowledge. The subject is summarized with a statement that above all the different branches of knowledge is the supreme control of Kala. The planetary representation of Supreme Personality Godhead. Nothing exists without him. Therefore, everything, however wonderful it may appear to our meager knowledge, is but a work of magical wand of Supreme. This is very important. As far as time is concerned, we beg to read the table of timing is in terms of modern clock. So this is Prabhupada has showed it. 2 pakshas compare 1 month and 12 months compare 1 calendar year or 1 full orbit of the sun. Human being is expected to live up to 100 years. That is a way of controlling since measure of eternal time. So we will take one last verse. O Vidura, the sun enlivens all living entities with his unlimited heat and light. He diminishes the duration of life of all living entities in order to release them from their illusion of material attachment, and he enlarges the path of evolution to the heavenly kingdom. He thus moves in the firmament that with great victory. Therefore, everyone should offer him respects once every 5 years with all ingredients of worship. Actually, every 5 years, it is clearly told. Okay. Any questions, comments on time? It is affecting all of us. We are so much affected by time. It is compressing. It happens for us also in life. And very important thing. Please. This one last. Yes. Okay.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, Dandas Pranam.
Yes, bro.
Prabhuji, I'm Sita. My name is Sita Kandas Prabhuji.
Yes, bro.
Prabhuji, does time and karma affect our bhakti also? Like how our bhakti goes, sometimes our sadhana will be good, sometimes our sadhana will be down. So is this because of the effect of time and karma, Prabhuji?
Yes, bro. Modes actually affect because time is basically the effect of time is through modes. If we are in different modes, that definitely has an effect. Now, what happens is we have to make sure we are in a, like say, if I am in an environment where it is so much tamoguna, it definitely affects bhakti. We need to be in temple or we need to be in a sattvic environment. Otherwise, it affects our bhakti. We need a sattvic place. Early morning, why we should chant? Because it affects. Early morning time is favorable to us because it is time is of Sattuguna. Early morning time, Brahma Murta is of Sattuguna. That's why it affects our chanting. If you do in the late night, it is time of Tamoguna. That's why it affects our chanting. So basically, time means the Gunas. It is affecting. Yes, bro. Sitakan. Kiran.
Yes, thank you, Prabhuji. Thank you, Hare Krishna.
Preeti Matu.
Prabhuji, in the higher planets, this time is affected by gunas.
Yeah. There also there is gunas. There are sattva they have a different effect. They enjoy in a different way. Lower planets it's tamoguna. They affect in a different way. So time is affecting everything in this world. From up to down, everything. Because everything is made of gunas. So all the gunas have there is a combination, there is a change, it is affecting everything. Clear?
Okay, Prabhuji.
One very important point I want to share. This is what happens is the state of consciousness when we do bhakti, like it does that has an eternal effect. This I want to tell. Say when somebody is doing bhakti, the time does not influence that part. Say I have now we are sitting and hearing Bhagavatam. It does not have effect in the spiritual world also. They don't have effect of time. Why it does not have effect on time? This is very important. The example, okay, to make you, if you want to know this answer, please come tomorrow's class. So why time does not affect you? This we will do it tomorrow because I want to nicely explain. Okay, any questions, comments? With it, but like I heard Bhagavatam for 1 minute. That 1 minute will not have effect of time. I will tell how. How come we overcome the tamoguna and be in the sattva? That is all the process what we are doing. So we have to have sattvic food, sattvic association, sattvic environment, and our time should be in the morning times. All these things are sattvic. So in that way, we will come to mode of goodness instead of getting affected by the moment. So that is a question from chat box. Okay, thank you very